Welcome to the January update for the layout. Been very busy over the past few days and very early in January because in the middle I had my exams, but as you can probably see, quite a few bits have changed on the layout, which is what I'll take you through now. So first of all, we have the TMD, which I have sorted out from the last update, where you saw that the lines were still covered on the far right and there was a few marks to be covered up in terms of painting over. It's come out rather well now. Over the far right will be, I'm going to move the refueling line. I've moved it over to the far side down there, put some small tanks in behind it, hopefully in between, and that'll be the refueling line. And then in the two middle ones I can get two engines, and in the M1 I can get one. I did say before that I would have put the carriage cleaning steps in between, but I've since found some other more suitable smaller accessories to go in between, which you'll see in the future. So I've put the carriage cleaning steps on the outside here, so that any coach, or for example the GUV that I've got, it goes in there and they can access inside the coach. So that is that area there, and I've also added a CR Signals floodlight in there as well. Coming down here, I've got the fence around the edge of the Network Rail office, and the fence comes all the way down there alongside what will be the car park area in there and the access into there. There's a gate for when the refueling of the tanks up there and a Network Rail van can access the TMD sidings. This little section of the video will show you how I have created the third rail around the layout. So on the left here we've got the original sleeper holders for the rails from the Hornby FlexiTrack, and on the right these are basically the middle sections of the sleepers. So I've cut these up out of a huge length of Hornby FlexiTrack, taken the rail out of the whole of the FlexiTrack length, should I say, and then I have bended it round to get into the shape of the curves and the straights around the layout. And then what I do is the smaller piece is the bottom half of the third rail holders, and the sleeper holder then gets glued back onto the top, and then I feed the rail through to create the third rail. And hopefully you should see that this side has now been done in the next portion of the video. As I mentioned in the last update, I said I'd try and get my hands on the Bachmann Art Deco signal box, and here it is. I eventually found one. They're quite difficult to come by now, and so quite happy that I've got one. And then across here eventually I'll get some more paving stones, so the access from the offices can come out and across. I built the one across there for ready for when I ballast, but there'll be another access path down this side of the rail and this side in here, and as you can see I've now third railed that side in, and the side in with the carriage cleaning steps, so that even the 92 can come in there and use that. And I've also finished off the third rail around the outside track and the reversing siding. So the reversing siding goes just only slightly behind the wall of the TMD there, but it'll fit a 3-car train in there. I've also got the platform done, so the platform has been painted, the white lines in. The only thing I've got to do with the platform really actually is put a yellow line on it because of trains possibly bypassing the sandwich station. And then here I've got some of the same lights I've used on the other platforms for the Ashford station. I'm going to use them probably about 4 across the back of the platform, with a fence up as well behind that. And then down this end there'll be an access footbridge which comes off into this corner behind me. So The other little thing that I've been doing is painting the sleepers, because a bit of the polyfiller has gone onto the sleepers, and I've been digging it out where possible. And as you can see there, I've got a bit more work to do in terms of taking the polyfiller out that I didn't want in those gaps, and painting the sleepers back into black. So it may look a little bit messy at the moment, but obviously once the ballast goes in, it should look a lot neater. Finally, the last thing that I've been doing as well is point motoring. So there's that point there off towards the carriage cleaning siding. There's the one at the shunt neck, and all the ones that access the TMD, I hadn't point motored those yet, which is a bit annoying because I decided that I'd pin the track down and do the concreting of the TMD before doing the point motoring, so that was a bit of an awkward thing. So I advise others, drill the hole in the baseboard before you pin down and do your scenery on the track. But the point motors are in now, and so that's one less thing now that I've got to worry about. But there's still quite a few things to do, such as put lights in the signal box as well, and I've also got some signals as well to go around, obviously on this side, which need installing, and obviously the big job to do on this side next, once I've done all those other small jobs, is to ballast. So thanks very much for watching.